Hello BookTube, Sarah here, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with my September 2019 anticipated reads. Yay, anticipated reads time. Be prepared, you guys. I pick 5 books every month that I want to highlight as my favorite books that are what could potentially be my favorite books or my most anticipated book. Okay, let's start that over again. Hello BookTube, Sarah here, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with my September 2019 anticipated reads. Yay! So be prepared, you guys. This list, how I work this every month is I pick the 5 books that I am most looking forward to that are coming out in that given month, and I share them with you guys here. Now, for some reason, every book ever published ever is coming out in the month of September. I'm not even exaggerating. My list on Goodreads, because I do lists on Goodreads of all the books that I happen to see. I spend a lot of time on Amazon looking at the coming soon for books, and I add them to wish lists so that way when I go to compile these lists, I have this information, plus I have it for myself as well, of course. September's list is ridiculous. It was super difficult for me to narrow it down to 5. I debated on doing like upwards of 10, but I thought, no, I didn't want this video to be super long, and I kind of really wanted to say, like, if you were going to read any book coming out in September, these are the ones I think that you should pick. But it's ridiculous. September and October are crazy for the amount of books coming out. I think I have 10 books each month for review. I have 10 review books in September to read, and 10 more in October. It's crazy, you guys. Absolutely bonkers. And I'm not complaining about that at all, because it is a great problem to have. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to highlight these 5 for you. Now, as I was saying, be prepared, because this list is going to go from 2, and it's going to do a very drastic shift to some very different types of books. No, I shouldn't say that. Not different from what I normally read. We're going to go from one type of book to a completely different type of book. And it just so happens to work out this way. So coming out, and I do these in order of release date. Oh yeah, and every book in September seems to be coming out on the 24th for whatever reason. So on the 17th of September, we have The Stalking by Heather Graham. This is book number 29 in the Crew of Hunters series. I don't know too much about what this one is all about, but it is the newest Crew of Hunters book. Book 29, you guys. I've been following this series since the beginning, and you know, I'm not saying if you haven't started to read the series, jump in here. You can if you want to. It's not going to, you're not going to be lost at all for any of the 28 books that came before it. This one takes place in Louisiana. There's some sort of killer. The Crew of Hunters series, I've mentioned this one before tons and tons of times. It is a elite FBI agency. Not unlike the X-Files. So yeah, this series is very close to my heart. I love it so much, and I'm so looking forward to book number 29. And did I mention it takes place in Louisiana? So that's always exciting. Also coming out on the 17th of September is The Lies We Tell by Deborah Webb. This is The Undertaker's Daughter, book number 2. And this is about a doctor, I say female doctor, it makes me think gynecologist. No, a woman who was a doctor. Her name is Rowan DuPont, and she's got a serial killer chasing her. And that's all I'm going to tell you, because this is a thriller. And thrillers are meant to be going into without knowing too much about it. Now, this is, I wouldn't necessarily classify it as a true thriller. This is a romantic suspense / thriller. Of course, the romance aspect is in there. Deborah Webb is a fantastic author. I highly recommend her books. You know, I saw this one was coming out, and I didn't realize it was the second in a series. So I'm going back now, and I want to grab the first book in this series because she's just so fantastic. And I really think if you guys like that whole romantic suspense / thriller-esque type of a vibe, definitely check out these ones. Or check out Deborah Webb, just in general. Now we're going to do our shift. Guys, Christmas is coming, and so are all the Christmas books. As I just mentioned, I have 10 books in September to read for NetGalley. I think at least six of them are holiday themed. Same with the month of October. We are now going to be inundated with holiday themed romances, and I am all over that. like a wet blanket. Give me all the Christmas books. Give me all the Christmas stories. I love it. I love it. I love it. I cannot wait. So I've got 3 of them here to share with you. What I love, I was mentioning it to my mom and I told her about all these Christmas books. She's like, oh, you know, Christmas, all those Christmas books in September, you know. She says, you're going to be completely burned out for the season by the time it shows up. I'm like, no, I'm not. You're my mother. You should know me better than this. I still have Christmas lights up. I live for this season. And I'm fine with it. And like I said to her, I get to review these books now and tell them to you guys. And then you guys know what books are going to be well worth your time to pick up come the holidays. See, I'm doing a public service. Isn't that great? And it's beneficial to you and to me because I get to read all these great books. But anyway, none of these are books that I actually have for review, sadly, especially the first one. But that's okay. I will talk about, of course, the other ones as the month of September goes on. But here are the 3 that I want to share with you that I definitely think are worth your time to check out. The first one goes without saying, A Wedding in December by Sarah Morgan. Sarah Morgan, all the things. Anytime Sarah Morgan has a new book that comes out, it needs to be mentioned in one of these lists. This one, I know Lindsay over to Wandering Reader. She was lucky enough to actually meet Sarah Morgan, and she got an advanced reader's copy of this book, and I'm super jealous. I put in for it at Neck Alley, but unfortunately I was turned down. You know, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I'll let it go this time. But this one is actually about an older couple. It's about an older couple who are going through a rough patch in their marriage. They've probably been married something like 20 years or whatever, and their daughter is getting married. So over the course of their daughter's wedding, they are going to look back at their own relationship, and I'm all for it. I cannot wait for it. The cover I have up here is the US cover. I'm also going to stick up a picture of the UK cover. I might buy both. I might buy a copy in each cover because they're delightful and I love them. Sarah Morgan is fabulous. Check out her books. Last year she had the Christmas Sisters that came out, which was absolutely fabulous. So if you're looking for something else to read this holiday season, I also recommend the Christmas Sisters. Next up, A Coldwater Christmas by Dolores Fawson. This is book number 4 in the Coldwater, Texas series. I have read book 1 and book 3, and I need to jump back and read book number 2. But this is a small town contemporary romance series set in the town of Coldwater, Texas. And this story involves some of the characters that you met in previous books. He's a sheriff, and she is recently divorced and has a young daughter. And yeah, it sounds delightful. And it says here, recently divorced for a second time, Jana just wants to create a good life for her young daughter and keep her mother from marrying Case, which is the male lead's gold-digging father. So I guess the 2 of them are going to work together so that their parents don't end up marrying each other. I kind of love the premise, and I think this sounds really, really cute. Dolores Fawson typically writes more romantic suspense type novels. I believe this is her first foray, like this series is her first foray into contemporary romance. She's doing a bang-up job. This series is fantastic. Absolutely love it. Definitely check it out. And of course, these books can be read as standalone as well. And the last one that I want to share with you guys is called Wrapped Up in You by, of course, the amazing Jill Shalvis. Book number 8 in the Heartbreaker Bay series. Our main character, our main female lead in this book her name is, wait for it, Ivy Snow. Perfect. It's perfect. She's wearing a Santa hat on the cover. There is snow. I am all about this. I'm like, I see a Christmas cover, I'm like, ooh, I must own that right now. But anyway, in this one, she spent her life kind of on the move, changing schools, changing jobs, changing boyfriends, and she ends up, is this the one? Yes, it is. She owns a very successful taco truck. I love Jill Shalvis. Have I mentioned that? Jill Shalvis is brilliant. And she ends up in San Francisco. And this is where the Heartbreaker Bay series takes place. And I guess she meets a guy, and the guy's name is Kel? Oh, yes. And he's an Idaho sheriff and a ranch owner who's on vacation. So this is going to be a vacation holiday fling romance about a woman who owns a taco truck, whose name is Ivy Snow, and I want to read it right now. I also put in this for this one at Neck Alley, and unfortunately was also not approved for this one, and that's okay. I'm not bitter. I will just have to shell out my money to Jill Shalvis because she deserves it, and I will purchase a copy and I will read it and I will love it. And yes, and I cannot wait. So yeah, the Christmas books are coming, you guys. So be prepared if you love Christmas romance. Please keep checking my channel over the next few months because it will be all the Christmas romance, I assure you. So anyway, guys, that is all that I have for this video. Please do let me know in the comments below which of these books sound exciting to you. Are there any of them that you're looking forward to more than others? Or are there any that I did not mention of the 10,000 books that are also coming out in September that you are totally looking forward to reading? Please let me know in the comments below. And until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so very, very much for watching. Bye, guys.